Okay, so just a second before we continue. I thought about where to continue this firefight, considering I died last time, for a little bit, and I reckon it wouldn't be fair to continue from the start, even though it would be a little bit more um, cinematic and it would make sense, right? I'm going to start from the point where I hid behind the boxes to bandage myself because it was a moment of respite, and it's only fair because of the amount of resources I lost. So I don't want to go back and change my decisions consciously or not based on that. So yeah, we're starting from here, and we're going to deal with the medication problems, with the medication problems are gone, I suppose, but the low ammo, the chaotic situation, everything. We're going to deal with it from here. So yeah, there's that. Okay. Whew. And tell you what, the last death was really dumb on my part. Like, it's not the first time I nearly died like that, but this time I actually died like that. I've made some stupid decisions, and I've decided to change and slow down. Effectively, what I'm doing wrong is I'm rushing in to fights to go loot. And that gets you killed. Straight up like that, that just gets you killed. So, yeah, I don't want to do that, and I'm not going to do that going forward. Okay, so there is a somewhat reasonable amount of ammunition available to me. Let's keep that in mind and move out, yeah? Like, in moments like these, I would go to that body and loot it. Instead, I'm going to be a bit smarter. I'll tell you what this one I'm going to do. And then of course that's with the knowledge that someone might be there, but future reference as well, like so this is empty over here. They can't access from over here right now. There is a little bit of a window every now and again, which I can peek through. Now, the one thing I'm wondering is the proximity mines, do they just blow up on contact with anyone, or does the person have to be from a hostile faction? Do they know? Somehow. I would assume that they don't, because that'd be a bit silly. Oh, and I also had the nightmarish thought of, imagine proximity mines and anti-infantry mines being used more in the zone. I think that'd be... like, life is hard enough as it is. Imagine just, like, opening... we could open a business with it, but, like, not opening. I wanted to... something else, but it started off open for some reason. Because imagine, like, going... I don't know... no? It's force of habit almost at this point. Ah. Okay. Yeah, that's what I want to do. Okay, much better. I'll finish that sentence eventually, I swear. Imagine, like, you're just minding your own business. You find, I don't know, like a building of some description, or you go artifact hunting, or I don't know, you just trying to take cover behind a bloody truck, and there's a proximity mine there, because you know that people would put them all over the place. And they absolutely would. Okay, well that's clear, and this is clear, so now I'm gonna loot, because, I think this time around I can actually do that relatively... Need assistance south of the machine yard. South of the machine yard, aren't I? South of the machine yard, they're down there. If he goes in there, he's dead. If he peeks there, he's dead. If he goes around, he's not going to see me because I'm in cover. But I will occasionally check this angle too. Okay, let me there we go. Now there's one more, I've seen him, but the problem is I don't know where he is. Last I saw of him, he was heading this way. He's probably scared Because he's alone, and I doubt he's going to move forward. But now I'm making assumptions based on incomplete information, if I'm honest. Is it burning? No, but it is smoking, the helicopter. Meanwhile, the bandits are looting up. I do, really quickly though, need to switch slings because this makes more sense in my head. Holy crap, there's 3 more coming. That's why we love the SVD. That's how successful ambush is carried out, basically. Fourth guy tried to peek as well. Didn't end too well for him, I'm afraid. Okay, now I'm going to check the bodies in the back. There's someone was rich. Like the ammo off that magazine. The rest, actually, I'll take like 2 of them. No, they're worthless. You can't sell them for anything. I was like, no, I already have PK magazines. The reason I thought about taking them was they're kind of expensive, and I thought maybe if I needed a few, I could take this opportunity to stock up, but not the smartest thing to do. Considering I have a long way to go in front of me, and I'm not going to need them in probably a while, so... yeah, anyways, that was a lot smarter and a lot better. I have to slow down, like, breaking the 4th wall again. I try and balance things out between playing methodically and carefully and making an interesting viewing experience, right? Because there's not much fun to be had watching if I spend like the next 40 minutes circling this house, which, in all due honesty, I might end up doing just because of the current situation, but if I do that with every house, then yeah, you know, that's a problem. But rushing ahead blindly obviously isn't an option, so I try and kind of balance the two. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. But that's more or less all there is to it, basically. Okay, that guy's completely looted, which leads me to believe that this guy picked up his loot, which is exactly what happened. Okay, I will take the pistols, and I will take the scopes. Ooh, we've got a silencer too, eh? Ceramic plate, didn't do him any good. Well, I suppose it's from... suppose it's from the guy I shot in the head. Renegade Stalker 2. Now I'm paranoid of looting anyone, really. Ecologist. I think the ecologists are still cross with me. I managed to get them to sign a peace treaty with the mercenary faction, but I think they're still going to be pissed off at me for what I did, so that's fine. It's Natalie. Well, you know, that's unfortunate, but... I don't think she's going to be getting it, I'm sorry to say. Okay, how am I... Oof, I'm at 137 kilos of junk. I'm going to need to drop something, probably. Yeah, but before I do, I'd kind of like to get into a mildly safe position, because I don't know what's around and what isn't. Okay, this looks okay. Looks the fence at the edge of the swamp. Locked briefcase. Can I open that? Unfortunately, no. These are the things I can sell. Do I want a suppressor on the UMP? I'm pretty sure I do. No reason not to have one. This I can't... Oh, yes I can. There you go, that's a much better ballistic insert. And obviously this gun is kinda useless to me, but it fetches a high price. I guess I'll drop that. And there's a couple of things here that I can use. But overall, also, I can take these off my rig, because I'm not... The military's really keen on this place, aren't they? So that's the guy in the ghillie suit down. There's a bandit approaching. That's good. That thing is... what it is burning. Like, it is straight up burning. Sorry, I'm gonna take a picture of this. There we go. I mean, that thing is straight up just on fire, and it's still flying. Like nothing's ever happened. We've all seen the jokes, and we've all heard the jokes and seen the, you know... heard the anecdotes probably 50 times, each of them, about how it's a flying tank and how it can eat Stinger missiles and keep flying in certain situations. No, of course. Not every Stinger missile that, you know, well, I would say a one, right? Not every one Stinger missile that hits it is going to be just wasted, obviously. But at the same time, like... okay, ETG charge. Honestly, that's for selling. This combat stimulant doesn't do much. I think, like, the only two things I need are adrenaline and propitol. Maybe morphine and propitol. Maybe. There's a dead guy down there as well, but I don't want to exactly go through the electrical field to get to him. I was heading north to Agroprom, wasn't I? Well, if the military patrols are going to continue with this sort of intensity, then... going to Agroprom won't be necessarily the best idea. There's still someone up there. But I need to help the bandit. Okay, he's still there. Whoever's shooting is still there. He probably walked in and didn't trigger the proximity mine, which to me says that he's friendly. Yeah, hi. Yeah, there's a proximity mine that I placed there, but apparently I hit it so well that not even I can find it. I get the feeling if I turn this on, it'll be more visible to my small brain. Well, do you know what? Boo! Scared the Christ out of me. Okay, let me get the ghillie suit guy. Maybe it did go off, I just didn't hear it. the ghillie suit guy was looted by the bandit. Fair enough, I suppose. I can't carry anything anyways, but did it really blow up without me hearing it? That's kind of interesting. So, another one of those conveniently barricaded and well-covered houses. I think I'm just going to avoid that one, head up towards the barbed wire. Turn left, find the hole in it, and keep heading north. I recognise the faction patch. But there's no way he's alone. By the way, that was exoskeleton and an AS Val, I think. Or a Vintores or something, doesn't matter. Basically the same gun. Anywho, that was kind of scary that a bandit in the swamps would have something like that, or a renegade, not bandit, but... Speaking of, someone said that their name translates to something more like outcasts than renegades. I think renegades is an apt translation, but outcasts does convey the fact that they have indeed been outcast from pretty much every single group and are hated by literally everyone in the zone. We are talking serial killers, murderers, people quite literally too brutal for the bandits to accept them. Because even they have some rules. But the renegades, no, they will just murder their way onwards until somebody stops them. Am I going too far off? No, I don't think so, but there is a stash right behind me. And I'm just going to assume that it's in the bushes and that it's a bag in the bushes. Yep, there it is. Well, it's completely useless, but no, I suppose I'll take those things. Yeah, it seems to me like the green stashes are just not worth visiting. Usually it's someone's underwear, literally and metaphorically. But more often than not, literally. I shouldn't stick so close to the wire, because there could be people beyond it. But, I mean, at the same time, right? Okay, some radiation, but I think with the artifact I'm pretty safe against it, which lets me use the Takek helmet more often, and that will hopefully protect my noggin. At least a little bit. Now, you know a thing or two about hunting, I kind of feel like a deer that's come to drink water and there's someone looking at it through the scope of a large caliber rifle. I mean, I'm gonna hope that that's not the case, but it kind of feels like it. I can see the campfire straight up ahead, and I can see someone moving. Now, how he doesn't see me, I don't know. But I want to keep it that way. Voice crack. I want to keep it that way. Juggernaut, you've turned your back to him. Yes, I've turned my back to him because he's far away and if he hasn't seen me crossing the open like that, he's probably not gonna react to me climbing up here, but if someone's down there, they will react. Okay. Made it to the train tracks. I am, for the time being, at least relatively safe. I'm gonna need to dump some stuff, like that is inevitable. But I would also like to clean this gun up, if at all possible. And then, yeah, that'll do. Thus far, it's been serving me incredibly well. Oh, and if someone's wondering why the sights are glowing in the day, I actually have the very same thing. Like, behind, I have the same rifle at home. Not the same rifle. I have the same sights. Iron sights at home. It's a piece of material. It's like there's a. In my case, it's like a ribbon of sorts that's tied. Well, not a ribbon, but how do I explain this? It's like almost like a knot that's tied to the back of the sight, and then there's the two points of it are protruding so that you're looking at them, but the knot is hidden behind the sight. I'm doing a horrible job of explaining this, but essentially there's one on the front sight, one on the rear sight, or front rear, depending on, talked about that already. Depending on which system you follow. And just a second. Okay, reload that. Do I have any? No. So basically, you get on the side that's closer to your eye, you get 2 dots, and over here you get 1 dot. So you sort of line up the 3 dots, and that's how you shoot. Kind of like the 3-dot system on most service pistols. Except you do also get like the extra stuff, the ring at the front, and to facilitate aiming. The reason it's glowing in the day is actually very pragmatic, because believe it or not, stuff glowing in the day and in the sun makes it easier to see. Like that material. I don't know what it's called. but it's actually brilliant and I love it. It makes just target acquisition so much easier, because the slightest bit of light hits it and it glows up. It doesn't glow in the dark. Mind you, it doesn't glow in the dark per se, but it is also visible. Like, it is much more visible than just a piece of steel or plastic. So, yeah, it's genuinely brilliant, and I love it. Let's go to Agroprom. Let's go to Agroprom because I'm done here. I would say I've caused enough damage. Mind you, might not be the worst idea in the world to wait a couple of seconds and see if they decide to climb the hill. It's really annoying me how the racking sound is basically non-existent. But alright, you know. Not much we can do about that. Okay. Onwards to Agroprom, and there I'm gonna try and actually be really, really sneaky and not get into any fights, because I can't afford it, and it's stupid. It's next to the military base. And here we are. The largest military base in the entire zone. Just over that hill. But apparently, from what I can hear, despite the fact there's still a lot of shooting happening. There's a new helicopter. That's not the one from the swamp. Mind you, it takes a bit of time getting from here to the swamp. Not too bad for a helicopter, but that is a new one. I can tell by the fact that it's not bloody burning. There's a lot of anomalies on, like, this piece of ground. I saw a dog jumping around frantically as well. I'm just really hoping that I don't catch anything's attention. It's not gonna happen. I think that message means the military won that firefight that I just heard. Okay, what the hell is that? What the hell is wrong with my voice too? Jesus. Okay, so those are zombies. Fracture. was naive to assume that they'll be distracted with the... whatever the hell those things were, and that they won't notice me. You can still see, like, the odd tracer. And that's what I call one step forward, two steps backwards. Though I reckon the longer the range, the more of an advantage I have with the SVD. Frickin' hell, man. What gives, eh? I can't leave this sort of indentation, I suppose, in the train. It's too small to like give it a proper name. It's not a valley. It's not a, you know. Or anything, but you get the idea. I can't leave it because... well, one, because of that helicopter. I'm kind of terrified of it. Two... I'll just draw more attention to myself if I'm on, like, if I'm on any type of high ground. What the frickin' hell, man? Okay. I was kind of expecting him to come from over there, but he went, like, around and got up the hill. I mean, that's commendable, but also kind of impossible given the anomalies, which didn't appear to bother him. Okay, another firefight over there, but essentially that's the direction I need to be going. That way leads to the garbage. And hopefully just a tiny bit of safety. helicopter's buggering off, probably low on fuel. Good god, that SVD's a bloody lifesaver. Though, to be completely fair, at that sort of distance, I could probably take him out with the iron sights, but it would be more difficult. Okay, helicopter's back. Let's get behind the tree. Or hide among the foliage and stuff. Well, I think the helmet protected me, so it wasn't as bad. Yeah, the helmet took the brunt of that. I can see them. They're back there. They still think I'm behind that tree. They haven't spotted me here. This is the amount of blood I lost. Okay. That still hasn't fixed my head. Please stop. Like, please, I can't do this. I really cannot do this. The CMS kit is what I needed, wasn't it? I just messed up a little bit. I mean, I need the other one too, but just not as much. I'm out of car kits as well. I'm down to like the odd IFAK, I think. I'm gonna let this thing pass, and then I'm gonna check the stash, which is really obvious, which is, I suppose that's why it's empty, because it's really obvious. Okay, so it's just gonna sit there and hover. That's fine. I really can't afford for there to be more, like, stuff that wants to murder me on the road. Between here and where I'm going, I really can't afford that. How... do I have, like, anything that's... I have one IFAK left. Holy mother of God. I thought I had, like, a couple of car kits, but I guess I went through them all. Bloody hell, absolutely zero point in trying to go back and loot those guys. a handgun repair kit. They're so valuable. I can't let it go. I have to take it. Is that a monolith soldier or a... No, that's just fancy army gear, right? SVDs, man, SVDs. That's the future of warfare. Mind you, a good shot with a red dot still gets the job done. These are expensive. Is that a FAMAS? That's a FAMAS F3. Wow, that is a beautiful weapon. Unfortunately, can't take it with me because of the weight limitation. This guy was from Freedom. This guy was not a part of the military, he was Freedom. And he was just hanging out. And I shot him in the bloody head. Considering it was one shot, that was probably at me. But I do not see anything. Okay, really quickly. Just that and the SIGs, and let's get out of here. I have to check the route though. I think it was down... It was just down the road, wasn't it? Down the road and straight, and that leads to garbage. Of course, the question is, if that shot wasn't at me, then what was it? A single shotgun blast of most likely buckshot. I genuinely have no idea. Because Agroprom is weird, like, you can find anything here. With varying degrees of rarity, of course, but you can find quite literally anything here, from small Tushkanos to Chimeras, Pseudo-Giants, and Controllers. Everything will crawl up to Agroprom one way or another, or crawl out of some underground hole that it's been hiding in. Such as that tunnel, for example. Which I'm of half a mind to go explore, but if I wasn't carrying all of this, then I maybe would. But right now, I just want to get out of here. Well, if I wasn't carrying this, and I didn't have the problems I'm currently having in the form of a lack of ammo, a lack of medicine, a lack of damn near everything you can think of. Yeah, okay, now I really need to drop something. I'll leave those two in there for someone else to find. Half broken, they're not going to be worth a lot. And I think this is me out of Agroprom. In a relatively reasonable fashion as well, with some, but not that much ammo expended. Alright, this was great. I mean, could have gone better, but this was great.